Knowing what's going on in Nashville is great, but what's going on with home prices in the rest of Middle Tennessee? What's up, y'all? I'm Rachel, realtor and resident living in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Let's take a look at 16 Middle Tennessee counties, where they've been in the past 3 years, and where they stand currently. There's a lot of ground being covered here, so if anything doesn't pertain to you, feel free to skip ahead. I've got chapters linked in the description. And if you're considering moving to Tennessee in 2024, stick around to the end to hear predictions for the Tennessee housing market in 2024. Let's get started. We'll start with the largest county in Middle Tennessee and work our way outward from there. With Davidson County, you'll recognize Nashville as being both the county seat of Davidson County as well as our state capital. There's over 640,000 residents, and it's the largest urban area in Tennessee. Here's a graph of how home prices have changed in Davidson County over the last 3 years. In June of 2022, median sales price peaked at $510,000. By December 2022 to February 2023, median sales price had flatlined to $460,000. In November 2023, the median sales price reported for Davidson County was $496,000. From the highest price point we've seen in the last 3 years, that's only a decrease of about 2.7%. Williamson County, located southwest of Nashville, is well known for its county seat of Franklin, Tennessee. There's just under 200,000 residents in Williamson County, which is known for its beautiful rolling hills, charming downtown Franklin, as well as shopping at Cool Springs. Here's a graph of how home prices have changed in Williamson County over the last 3 years. Peaking later in November of 2022, median sales price soared at $950,000. By February of 2023, median sales price had dropped to $850,000. And currently in November 2023, the median sales price reported for Williamson County was $903,500, a decrease of about 4.9% from the highest median sales price in 2022. Rutherford County is another large county in Tennessee with over 270,000 residents, with the county seat of Murfreesboro. Being located just southeast of Nashville is a convenient location for the suburban lifestyle that's offered in these counties, just surrounding Nashville and Davidson County. Here's a graph of how home prices have changed in Rutherford County over the last 3 years. In July of 2022, median sales price peaked at $458,000. By January 2023, median sales price had dropped to $412,000. In November 2023, the median sales price reported for Rutherford County was $434,000, a decrease of about 5.1% from the highest price point. Next up, let's take a look at Wilson County. This county has over 120,000 residents and located just to the east of Nashville, with the county seat of Lebanon. Mount Juliet is located in Wilson County as well. Here's a graph of how home prices have changed in Wilson County over the last 3 years. Wilson County has had a couple of high points. In June of 2022, median sales price peaked at $517,000, hit a low point in January 2023 of $429,000, then had another peak in August 2023 at $519,000. In November 2023, the median sales price reported for Wilson County was $486,000, a decrease of about 6.4% from its highest price point. Sumner County, located on the north side of Nashville, and which you may recognize the city Hendersonville as their county seat, has about 160,000 residents. They just got a Costco, so welcome to Kirkland. They do also have a lot of lake property in Sumner County, so that's always something to keep in mind when we're looking at housing prices there. Here's a graph of how home prices have changed in Sumner County over the last 3 years. Sumner County home prices have been a bit up and down. You can see in both May and December 2022, prices had a small peak of about $460,000, but peaked at its highest in July 2023 at $499. The low points were in October 2022 at $416,000, as well as February 2023 at $406,000. Currently, in November 2023, the median sales price reported for Sumner County was $440,000, a decrease of about 11.8% from that highest point. Next up, Montgomery County is located to the northwest of Nashville. You'll recognize Clarksville as being the largest city and county seat of Montgomery County. The entire county has about 230,000 residents total, with a lot of the residents either being active military, if not related to someone in active military in nearby Fort Campbell in Kentucky. Here's a graph of how home prices have changed in Montgomery County over the last 3 years. In June of 2022, median sales price peaked at $330,000. By January 2023, median sales price had dropped to $285,000. And currently in November 2023, the median sales price reported for Montgomery County was $305,000, a decrease of 7.8% from its highest price point back in the summer of 2022. Next, let's take a look at Cheatham County, with the county seat being Ashland City. This one is a small rural county directly west of Nashville and Davidson County with a population under 40,000. The Harpeth River runs through Cheatham County, and there's lots of beautiful scenery here to be so rural yet so close to Nashville. Here's a graph of how home prices have changed in Cheatham County over the last 3 years. In June of 2022, median sales price peaked at $397,500. Interestingly, prices have dipped all the way down to a median sales price of $315,000 in January of 2023. However, in August of 2023, home prices peaked even higher at $424,500. In November 2023, the median sales price reported for Cheatham County was $360,000. That's a 15% decrease in a short amount of time, but I do think prices are going to bounce back in the spring as more home buyers come out to purchase. Next up, we'll take a look at Robertson County, with the county seat of Springfield, and this is a medium-sized county north of Nashville with about 67,000 residents currently. Here's a graph of how home prices have changed in Robertson County over the last 3 years. In September of 2022, median sales price peaked at $400,000. By January of 2023, median sales price had dropped to $327,000. Sales did pick up in 2023, but currently in November 2023, the median sales price reported for Robertson County was $365,000, which is an 8.75% decrease from the highest prices Robertson County saw in 2022. Next, let's take a look at Maury County, another medium-sized county population-wise that has about 82,000 residents. You'll recognize the county seat being Columbia. Here's a graph of how home prices have changed in Maury County over the last 3 years. In September of 2022, median sales price peaked at $460,000. By March 2023, median sales price had dropped to $400,000. Currently, in November 2023, the median sales price reported for Maury County was $416,000, and that's a decrease in the median sales price of 9.57%. Moving on over to Dickson County. County seat here is Charlotte, Tennessee, and population-wise, they have about 50,000 residents. Here's a graph of how home prices have changed in Dickson County over the last 3 years. In May of 2022, median sales price peaked at $365,000. By November 2022, median sales price had dropped to $300,000. Interestingly, they had another price peak in June 2023 at $375,000. However, we saw in November 2023, the median sales price reported for Dickson County was $369,000, so prices here have dipped 1.6% in the short term. Next, we'll take a look south of Nashville and south of Murfreesboro to Bedford County. You'll recognize the county seat of Shelbyville, and Bedford County in total has about 80,000 residents. Here's a graph of how home prices have changed in Bedford County over the last 3 years. In May of 2022, median sales price peaked at $365,000. By April 2023, median sales price had dropped to $292,000. However, they rebounded steadily throughout 2023, and in November 2023, the median sales price reported for Bedford County was $320,000. While 2023 saw steady increases, current prices are still down 12.3% from the highest median sales price reported in May of 2022. Next up, we'll take a look at Coffee County, and you'll recognize the county seat Manchester is located here. Population-wise, they have just under 60,000 residents. Here's a graph of how home prices have changed in Coffee County over the last 3 years, because the trajectory the prices have taken here is a little bit different than others we've seen. Prices here peaked in 2022 much earlier. In February, median home prices were reported at $309,000. 1 year later, in February 2023, median home prices fell to its lowest average at $255,000. July 2023, there was an even greater price peak at $348,000. But currently, in November 2023, median home prices were reported at $270,000. That's a pretty significant short-term decrease of about 22.4%. Next, we'll take a look at Cannon County, located southeast of Nashville, and you'll recognize the county seat Woodbury, and it's one of our small counties in Middle Tennessee with fewer than 15,000 residents total. Because in these smaller counties, there's fewer homes sold, so in Cannon County, you'll notice the timeline has greater highs and lows. Let's take a look at how home prices have changed in Cannon County over the last 3 years. In August of 2022, median sales price peaked at $360,000. By March of 2023, median sales price had dropped to $190,000, then peaked even greater in August 2023 at $425,000. In November 2023, the median sales price reported for Cannon County was $267,000, showing a pretty significant decrease in the short term here, around 37%. Moving on over to Smith County, that's east of both Nashville and Lebanon, and it's another small county with just under 20,000 residents, and the county seat here is Carthage. Here's a graph of how home prices have changed in Smith County over the last 3 years. Another small county, so fewer homes being sold. Sometimes we see larger peaks and lows. In 2022, there were peaks in February and June around 290,000, but then shot even higher in November of 2022 at 310,000. By December 2022, median sales price reported had dropped to 220,000. In 2023, prices peaked around 300,000 in June and September. However, currently in November 2023, the median sales price reported for Smith County was 261,000. That's a short-term decrease in median sales price of around 13%. Next up is Trousdale County, county seat of Hartsville, population under 8,000, another very small county in Middle Tennessee, subject to greater variability in the short term as far as prices go due to less data points. Here's a graph of how home prices have changed in Trousdale County over the last 3 years. In June of 2022, median sales price peaked at $385,000, but dipped in September 2022 all the way to $220,000. They hit their highest peak in December 2022 at $421,000, but by January of 2023, median sales price had dropped to $275,000. Prices did rebound in 2023, and Smith County is finishing the year out with a reported median sales price of $376,000. And here we have Macon County, located northeast of Nashville, near the Kentucky border. There's about 22,000 people living here currently, and the county seat of Macon County is Lafayette. Here's a graph at how home prices have changed in Macon County over the last 3 years. In November of 2022, median sales price peaked at $289,000, then dipped by the next month, December 2022, at $163,000. By June 2023, median sales price had rebounded back to $290,000, and current as of November 2023, Macon County's median sales price is $265,000. So price differences from 2022 to 2023, for the most part, we're seeing decreases all across the board in Middle Tennessee. But after looking at all these Middle Tennessee counties, we saw that prices throughout 2023 were fairly steady, with a few increases here and there. And we don't know what will happen with interest rates in 2024, but a decrease in interest rates could make more buyers come out and see if they can make that home purchase happen. And I do expect we're going to see home prices rebound by a few percentage points as we go into 2024. However, I don't expect anything drastic. So for those that are looking to the spring to buy, I wouldn't expect prices to go down. I expect the markets here in Middle Tennessee to remain steady, as there are still people that need to buy and sell a house, even when interest rates and prices are higher than we saw 2 years ago. Whether you are living in Middle Tennessee or you're thinking about making the move to Middle Tennessee, subscribe with the bell so that you can stay informed of future housing market updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next video.